Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. You are live with Endeavor Gaming. Today, we are on the air in Star Trek Online with the all-new 16th anniversary bundle. So we're going to be building out all of the new ships, talking about them, and covering some of the stuff we talked about on our recent interview over on YouTube. So without further ado, let's just go on ahead and get into it. Haha, but gameplay is still working. Here we are, back in Star Trek Online. It is great to see everybody on this very, very fine Tuesday afternoon. Boy, oh boy, it certainly is a weird time for us to be live, huh? I take it everybody can hear me just fine. Game audio is also working fine. Hello, hello, hello. So, we've got a whole lot to talk about. Also, is the bot down? I think the bot is down. We have to reconnect the bot. In all fairness, I was actually doing some work on it, trying to make it, how can I say, a little bit less buggy, but I forgot to rehook it up to the rest of my system. Whoopsie doodles. It is always a little bit of a hassle reconnecting it, but, you know, it is what it is. How is everybody doing today? It's great to see everybody in here on this very, very fine Tuesday. So I mentioned that the bot was down, and it will be back up momentarily as soon as I finish clicking through all of my buttons to repair it. There's that one. Paste. Authorize. Close. And I believe now the bot should be connected and back up.
Oopsie.
There we go. Alrighty, so everybody, we've got a bunch of different chips to build out here, and I personally cannot figure out which one to do. So I really
Those guys had a long road getting from there to here.
Why should I be the one to figure it out? Let's put it to a vote. The poll is up in chat over on Twitch. What ship are we building out first? Choices between the Surok, Kumari, NP, and NV. Which one are we starting with? We got a good old vote going. Looks like we're starting with a tie already between the Surok and the NP. Either way, I'm going to head on board the captain's table station here because we'll need this to switch between all of our ships. Also, Krogan98, thank you for the follow and welcome aboard. Also, for anyone who hasn't already seen it, I got the privilege of interviewing several members of the ship art team, including executive producer Thomas Maroney, ship artist Pundit, and concept artist Scorpion. And you can check out that video right here. Let's see. Ooh, Kumari is walking away with the vote. Did somebody use a bunch of channel points to skew it very heavily for the Kumari? Because that's kind of what it looks like. Unless 58 people all just voted. It seems like someone had a lot of channel points. I wonder. Alrighty. Unless somebody else comes and uses their channel points on this vote, it looks like the Kumari is going to be the ship that we build out first here on the stream. First off, I am going to go ahead and claim it from the C-Store. I haven't claimed most of the ships yet. So I'm going to go ahead and pick them up. So here is the Andorian Kumari Pilot Light Battlecruiser. Wow, what a strange thing to say. Yeah, sorry to break it to you, Deus Volt, but Star Trek has always been woke, and if you have an issue with that, that's more telling for you than anybody else here. So we're gonna go ahead and not do that here. Thanks. I'm personally a huge fan of Starfleet Academy, and I'm very sad that it got canceled. I think it was an awesome show. Let's see, the NP is coming up with some votes. It's got 15. Let's see if it pulls ahead here. I'm just going to go ahead and claim our NP Miracle Worker Light Escort here. Cleveland. And our NV Multi-Mission Temporal Cruiser. Alrighty, the votes are in, and the Kumari is the winner. The ship we will be starting with is the Kumari Pilot Light Battlecruiser. So, we will not be using these Andorian phasers. And just as a quick aside to everybody, it was stated in the patch notes, but if sorry, I just got a weird missed call. The Andorian weapons will be available in a future patch with this ship. They will be made available in the Dilithium store. First thing we're going to do is upgrade this thing to T62X. This bundle came with a whole hell of a lot of T6X upgrades, and we are most certainly going to use them. We're also going to choose how we want this thing to look. So I am in a very, very, very tough spot because the ships look awesome, and that's going to make it very hard to choose which visual variant to go with. Like, you know how much I love Federation ships. Like, I love Federation ships. But the Kumari is so cool. And the Stalking Makara skin is also so incredibly cool. And I think I might actually end up going with this one. You know, Zax, I do get a pop-up. I can see where when there's ads, where there's ads, when there's ads. I can see where there are ads. There are ads all around us, everywhere, all the time. I think this might be the move. I'm thinking this might be the move. Alright, the question is now, what are we going to do with this thing? Oh, actually, I know exactly what I'm going to do with this thing. Something I've wanted to do for a very long time. We finally have another ship with pilot command! That means it's the return of the torque boat, ladies and gentlemen! Let's go! Torpedoes are back on the menu. I'm so happy. Torpedo builds are back. Oh, do I not get access to all of my ship stuff here? Do I have to go to Seoul? I think I have to go to Seoul. That's so unfortunate. Alright, so Seoul we go! Mines and torps and torps and mines and mines and torps and torps and mines. And I did not put a warp core or engines on this thing, which means it's going to be very difficult to get to Seoul Station from here. Can we make it? With no impulse engines. We have maneuvering thrusters only. Oh god. Okay, yeah, we're gonna... Oh, this might be a problem, actually. There we go. Items on bank and other ships were not showing up on the ground. But it's easier to build this out on Seoul Station because I'll probably have to go and buy some stuff. And hello. Welcome in, everybody. How is everybody doing? Hope you are all as hyped for this bundle as I am. That trailer was absolute freaking peak, in my opinion. Gotta name it after Shran. Alrighty, so we're going torpedoes. Obviously, we're going torpedoes. We're going dual maelstroms. I want to do a torpedo build, Bort, because I haven't done one. I haven't done a torpedo build in so long. I think the last time I did one was when the Eagle came out. So I gotta want to see if I still remember how to build out a torpedo ship. It's been a while. It has been a while. Let's see if I accidentally blow myself up with anything. Spoilers. I'm almost certainly going to do that because rapid emitting armaments is fantastic. Of course. Now I'm just deciding which torpedoes to use. I think I want to do the biomole. For my last slot, I always find it's kind of a toss-up between Neutronic and Delphic. I like both of them. Gravimetric isn't bad either, but I'm not doing as much science stuff, so I think I might go Neutronic. Deflector, I do have that one that I think is rolled really well. Almost really well. This is the one. Control X and hull cap all the way. I will not comment on how much dilithium I spent re-rolling this thing, but it's exactly where I want it. Get our Kittimer shield on here. For aft weapons, I think, I think we might go mines. I think we might go mines with this. It's time to bring back the mines. Get the competitive mine on here. Black Ops mine would be kind of fun. We'll do a biomole one. We could do a second biomole. Or we could do the Black Ops mine launcher. I think blade mines look cool. For once, not using our energy amplifiers, we'll go with our kinetic amplifiers. We will go with our deuterium surplus. We will still need large auxiliary batteries, and we'll get into that a little bit later. We'll throw on both the SS Antares and the Kobayashi Maru devices, and I think that's all we'll need for right now. All right, so consoles. This is where things get fun. We've got consoles to choose. We can't rely on our isomags this time. We've, of course, got the Eagle console, like Bort mentioned earlier. This is the Covert Warhead module off of the Eagle. This thing is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to hover over it real quick. It sets the shared torpedo recharge to 1.5 seconds. Or to 0.5 seconds if equipped on a ship that has pilot maneuvers, which is why this particular seating combination is so very crucial for torque fields nowadays. You want to have that at least Lieutenant Commander command seating so that you can have concentrated firepower, but to get the best use out of this console, you also need to have those pilot maneuvers, which is why, up until now, the only ship that could really make use of this full console was the Eagle. No longer. We have another ship to play with, and it's going to be great. That being said, I have now completely forgotten everything else that should be on a build like this. So, yeah, it's time to have some fun remembering that. We'll go with custom power matrix. Extra aux power. We love that. Ooh, sequential warhead launcher is definitely a good choice. Man, I haven't built a torpedo ship in so long. I'm trying to remember what the things are for this. It has been long enough that I am like absolutely blanking on what a like good torpedo build is. So for this ship's unique console, it's a taunt to foes, bonus damage, and an AoE placate. So, to foe, taunts for 30 seconds. If foe is destroyed before expiration, 10% bonus all damage first instance, and 1% bonus all damage other instances. Max 10 stacks, refreshes. While threatening stance or command, attract fire is active. Taunt for 30 seconds, shield hardness, and while not threatening, placate, flight speed, and turn rate. Honestly, I kind of want to keep that one on for a little bit and see what it, how it does. All right, next consoles. We could do DPRM. I don't think that's a particularly bad choice. We need torpedo things. I think my other latest torpedo build would be like the Shang. Oh, of course. How could I forget phased space membrane? That's definitely a needed one. The Doi. Torpedo damage that scales up to 400%. As long as we can keep our ox power up. I think we can do that. I think we'll be able to pull that off. Agni Redistributor, Vovin. What else? What else? What else? We definitely have some new things. We've got the Achilles console. That can be a good one to use. Also got Chronophage. I love how difficult it is to choose consoles. This is such a fun problem to have. You know what? We could get some survivability. What's the console from the Guardian called again? That's a good one, too. The particle conversion matrix. That's the one. Particle conversion matrix. Not that one. This one. I feel like we will be drawing some aggro, so it might be good to have a little bit of extra survivability. Emperor Nutlord, welcome aboard, welcome aboard. Alrighty, so that is ship equipment taken care of. Let's jump over to traits. Some traits are actually things I want on here. Entwined tactical matrices will probably need. Subspatial warheads, ceaseless momentum, yes. Rapid emitting armaments we will need. Rapid emitting armaments is definitely going to be a big one on here. Torpedo things, torpedo things, torpedo things. Also a fair amount of options here, to be honest. Oh, we also could go with the ruin of our enemies. I imagine that we will be getting at least some kills here. And because of all the spinning around I'm going to do, inertial supremacy might not be a bad choice either. That's traits. A lot easier than I expected it to be. What do you guys think? What have you done with your Andorian vessels so far? Alright, stations. Not busted out yet, still building out their ships. Oh, what have you built out so far? We're definitely doing emergency power to weapons 3 here. Hades, are you trained in pilot? You're not. We have not trained this guy in pilot. Oh boy. I think that needs to be rectified here. I don't do a whole lot of pilot specialization things. If anybody has any experience with it, please, please, please let me know. Surely this isn't the... Alright. Let's see. Hades, we're gonna train you in pilot. You're a pilot now. Congratulations. Honestly, might keep Flyer apart. I think that could be kind of fun. You're a pilot, Harry. Could also do something like pilot team. I mean, we don't have Intel or anything, so it's not like we have to worry about crossover with Intel team or something. Or we could just throw an emergency power to engines 1 there. You're definitely not staying like that. Firing mode. So we're running entwined. So we're going to need our torp spread, and we're going to need a fire at will or torpedo, or fire at will or CSV. Can we bump up my Chemosite to level 2? I don't think we don't have Chemosite 2 on this guy. I'm not overly surprised, but feel like that might be a problem. Or we could just keep like beta 1 there, and then we make this our fire at will 1. That's a possibility. And then here we have the rest of the uncon procs that we can fit on. So we do like Gravwell. I don't really think we need a photonic officer or anything. So we do scramble sensors 1 and we already have jam targeting sensors. Oh, wait. No, you totally cannot be Gravity Well 1. You're going to be concentrated firepower. Felix, I really hope you're trained in command. Oh, cool. You're trained in everything. That's really nice. Awesome. Oh, in that case, this can work out really well. You be scramble sensors then. Wait, no. That logic still makes no sense. I'm silly. They have jam targeting sensors and scramble sensors here. So you would be Tractor B manned. I don't think I want to run a whole heal here. I don't really think a whole heal is necessary. Hello, Flo! How's it going? Delayed overload cascade, I guess, is a possibility. I'm trying to make serious decisions. The sale on the bundle, I think, runs for the next, like, 21 days the last time I looked. I might go delayed overload cascade for now. I am already absolutely in love with the bundle. I have already done what I said would happen on stream, and that I couldn't really decide which visual variant of a ship I wanted to use. I am currently using the Makris one with the shark head, but I'm not sure if I'm going to keep that one or not. Because on the one hand, it looks awesome, but I also really like the Starfleet look too. It's really tough. It's really tough. Oh, duty officers. Oh, several duty officers are just like missing in action here. Well, you can go on. You're pilot. And you're command, so you can also go on. Heck yeah! Ooh, you're also command. Do I have a crit command one by chance? You're exotic damage. Don't need you. You're a miracle worker. Nope. You're intel. Nope. You're pilot, but you're exotic damage, so nope. Temporal. Nope. Oops. I realize I can filter by species and make this slightly easier for myself. Miracle worker. Nope. Intel. Nope. Temp. Nope. Okay. I think we're good. Now we need our torpedo people. Our projectile weapons officers. I know we've got some purple ones now. I was really happy about it. There's one of them. Apparently, I've never used them. That's how long it's been. I got this person, and I haven't actually used it. Elness, you are being retired. For now. Do I have another purple one? I don't think so. I already have you. I might do the con officer for the last slot then. Boom. Those are Doffs. All right. We've got a ship. We've basically got a ship. Will the ship work is another question entirely, but we certainly do have a ship. I'm also very happy to announce I made it to level 16 in engineering on this character. Basically just through crafting this mass amount of batteries. That is probably very telling as to how many batteries I have crafted on this character. It is certainly a number above however many I just crafted. It's been a long road getting from there to here. Also, this artwork is so cool.
Those guys had a long road getting from there to
so
here.
Awesome. And now I finally get to fly them. It's so peak. It's so peak. I'm not heading into a patrol quite yet. I still have to build out my bar. Oh, this is so cool. I'm going to have fun with this. All right. Let's start figuring out the mess that is the bar. There is much a mess with this thing currently. I'm going to make this row the I want things to go away row. In that I click this row and all of the things will probably go away. We'll keep that because that's survivability. Alrighty. You've got alpha and beta. We'll throw you somewhere. We'll need concentrated firepower. Have delayed overload cascade. We've already got DPRM. This will go at the end to prevent any misfires. We'll of course need our evasive maneuvers. It'll be worth the wait. This bundle already seems like a whole lot of fun. I need to not put that on my bar. I will die if I do. Alright, I think we're mostly good. If the 60th anniversary is all based off Enterprise era ships, the Romulan flea ship could return to Star Trek Online. The flea ship? Which one? Alright. I think we're mostly built out. Also, hello, Makabe. Alright, I think we're good to go. Whee! Looney, I know you said you wanted to come along for a patrol. I don't know if you're already in one or not. But I am going to go into Wanted on Elite. test this thing out. Oh, nice. Well, I hope you had fun on your trip, Looney. Let's fly. Rails of Mind dispersal pattern wouldn't have been the worst idea ever either. Wait a minute. I have a question. Why did I do emergency power to weapons if I have no energy weapons on this thing? That's a completely wasted slot, isn't it? There's no reason whatsoever for me to be doing that. What a silly thing to do. Occasionally, I do think, not very often, but I do it occasionally. All right, now it should be good. Here we go! Oh no, they destroyed my torpedoes. I know what I'm missing now. It's all coming back to me.
You have entered an area controlled by the
It's not torpedo spread that I need.
Your ship is armed and
It's torpedo high yield.
demonstrated your ability to assist in an ongoing operation. You will either join our squadron as a deputized protectorate officer. Looks like our flight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
Of course, of course, of course.
You are now.
All right. Now let's do it. Oh, yeah. That's what we're looking for.
Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers. We will not go quietly.
Have some torpedoes.
You will stand down and surrender to the Benton Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with bolt holes, temporary hideouts. We do what we want, where we want.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, you mean the Romulan drone ships? Those are in the game, just not playable. They are pets with, I want to say that one of the Scimitar variants, right?
jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
I'm taking you with me.
My ox power also needs to be way higher and not into weapons.
That's got them. Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification party, take the suspect into custody. Thank you for your assistance.
Alright, I was making a bunch of changes on the fly during that one because, as it turns out, I did 120% forget how to fly torpedo ships and how to build them. Now that I think I have a slightly better idea of what I'm after, maybe we try an ISE. I'm loving the shark face on this thing. That is such a nice touch. Alright, I'm going to do a public queue infected elite. Pop. I need to go in and watch Spencer's interview with Board and the rest of the systems team. I'd like to hear about the design of this ship. Torpedoes were something that I started on when I first started getting into DPSing years and years ago. And that was, long before the Eagle console. But I remember all of the talk about getting, another Eagle. And it's really cool to see that finally come to fruition. This is a really cool ship. Alrighty.
The situation is grim. All attempts to hail the starbase have failed. There's
Combat log started. Mines are launching. Prepare yourselves.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional data is available.
There we go. That's when you're supposed to pop that auxiliary battery. Halfway through, so you can keep that up for the entire time.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them.
We are Borg. Surrender your vessel and prepare for assimilation.
A probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it.
Boom. Alright, GG. I'd say that went pretty well. Oh yeah, Klingon Recruit is running. So, dilithium drops. We love that. Especially my alts. They will definitely appreciate the extra dill coming in. I still got oh good, more dilithium in the economy. Hey, it's not my fault. Ow! I looked away from the screen! I had Oscar open and I died. Also, what was I saying? Oh yeah, at this point, it's just laying out here in space. What do you expect me to do? I mean, it wants me to pick it up. It's just sitting out in space. You never know when another burn could happen. You gotta collect it. That wasn't the dilithium. That was the dilithium. All right, so after moderately forgetting everything about how to build a torpedo build, I did remember how to build a torpedo build. Now we have a torpedo build. Woo! The burn did nothing wrong. Jeremy, you are absolutely right. The burn stabilized the dilithium exchange. It was perfectly balanced, as all things should be. But alrighty, so we've got the Kumari built out, which means it's time to decide what we're building next. And you know what that means? It's vote time! The poll is now up. So, what do you want us to build out next? The choices are between the Surrock, the NV, and the NP. The Surrock's got 1 vote. What will come out on top? Votes are open for 2 minutes. Whee! Let me also do something real quick. And back at my desk. Want to turn on my fan, make sure my computer stayed nice and cool. It has been working like crazy today. Now, speaking of the Surrock, I do have my Surrock video out. I plan on doing all of the many visual variants in the bundle, so we will have videos coming out for a good long while. But for today, the Surrock class video is available to watch on YouTube. And a link to that is in chat on YouTube and Twitch. Let's see, it's a tie between the Surrock and the NV. Someone's got to break that tie. Who's going to win? Oh, and the NV comes out ahead at the last minute. We are building out the NV class next. Oh boy. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and switch into that ship. So, here we have the NV multi-mission temporal cruiser. It has been a while since I've messed around with a multi-mission cruiser. I think the Matsumoto was the last one I actively built out, so it's been a little while. We're also going to go ahead and T62X this. I want to give a massive thank you to the team for including enough experimental ship upgrade tokens to T62X all of these ships. I really, really appreciate it, because that is the thing that I run out of more than anything else in terms of, like, materials. It's the experimental ship upgrades. I went on a crusade a few months ago to T62X as many of my ships as possible, and I did do it. The cost was I have no more T6X upgrades. All right, let's take a quick look at the console here. Deploy interstellar buoy. So it's flight speed, turn rate, weapon firing cycle haste. Well, I'm already sold this is staying on. And a cooldown reduction on temporal operative bridge officer abilities. Okay. All right, all right. So, the question is, what kind of build and what kind of weapons are we doing with this thing? It's a multi-mission temporal cruiser. Remind me, what the NV is a light escort. So also want to Discord calculate that just the upgrade tokens at full cost justify the price of the bundle. Hell yeah. All right, everybody in chat, you heard Bort. This is a great opportunity. Definitely pick up this bundle. I mean, I'm a huge fan of it. The trailer is awesome. It got me hyped for it. I got to yap about the ship art with members of the ship team, and it made me incredibly hyped for the bundle. It's been awesome. Cuffs, you know, I'm so glad you said dual beam banks. In the spirit of the bonus ship that comes with this bundle, the Adaleth now being account unlocked, I feel that it is my duty as the original beam overload boy to do a beam overload build on this multi-mission temporal cruiser. I think it is my duty to do that. I don't see how I can't. But I think we should take it a step farther. I do have it somewhere. I do. I do have the spatial torpedo launcher. And I think somebody on either Reddit or in the Discord mentioned that radiolytics were close enough to the NX type weapon look. So I think maybe we do a radiolytic phaser beam overload build on this thing. It has been a hot minute since I did a beam overload build. It launches torpedoes out of its belly for forward torpedoes. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think we might just do this. Oh yeah, we have a radiolytic Omni now! Woohoo! God, I'm taking it old school with this thing. And I'll go with the Pavan Omni to round out here. Alrighty. We're going Space Barbie with this thing just a little bit here. The way I see it, everything should be at least a little Space Barbie. I think a huge amount of fun comes from doing that. It offers a unique challenge, building out a ship that works, but still looks like something that would belong in the era. I have a lot of fun doing it. I find it's a very fun challenge. You'd also be surprised at how high the ceiling is damage-wise for that. You know, there's a whole lot of conversation about whether or not things are meta. And I think that it is an important conversation to have. But I think... Alright, Flo, have a fantastic rest of your evening. Thank you so much for coming out. I think that there is a lot of fun to be had in doing high damage, but not necessarily just doing the meta either. Because that ceiling is pretty high. Like, that torpedo build, I guarantee you, is not optimized. But it's doing more than well enough to hold its own. At least in any content in the game. I'll beat that drum forever, but TLDR. There's a lot of room for things in this game. Fleet Power Network Array! We'll do dilithium recrystallizer. We'll do... Wait, oh, I'm not gonna do domino. You know what? I think we might do tracer payloads. I really like that console. I'm a big fan of it. I also think it looks cool. What else? What else? What else? You know, we could keep this kind of isomag based. That is certainly an option too. And not a bad one. Isomags are cool. Plus, it means that my chance of being able to build this on my ults is considerably higher. Because I do have a lot of phaser isomags sitting around. I already got dilithium recrystallizer. We've got Fleet Power Network Array. We've got Bovin. No, we don't have Bovin. That's what we're missing. We didn't have Bovin. Honestly, I wouldn't feel super bad about doing isomags after that. I'm trying to think. I think on the ult I want to build this on, they already have tracer payloads. This is the console that comes off of the ship. Dilithium transporter is off of the Credence. I don't have that on my ult, but I can substitute with something else. Fleet Power Network Array is account unlock. Granum Chronophage I already know I have on that guy. And Custom Power Matrix is available on all of my characters. Yeah, and then going on to the traits. We're not going to use any of these things. So, obviously, we're going to need Super Weapon Ingenuity, which is now on account unlock. Woo! 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 Makes me very, very happy. We'll do the Ruin of Our Enemy, which isn't a MUDs bundle. We can do Inertial Supremacy. Oh, we can do Temporal Tunneling on this thing. Which is also an account unlock. Oh yeah, this is coming together. We can do Broadside Beam support. I forgot that also procs off of Overload. Alright, that one's going on. Hell yeah. Are you using any temp offs abilities for this build? I probably will, yeah. I mean, that's shared with the engineer on here. So yeah, I'll probably use some temp abilities on this thing for sure. Let's see, what else do we got? Does anyone really build for entry mechanics these days using temp ops powers? I will admit I don't really build as much for building entropy and then consuming entropy. I see it more as a kind of good benefit that comes out of using the temporal abilities, but I think because of the hold that unconventional systems has on the meta, it's much more important that it's one of those control abilities that falls under the list. I will say, when I end up running them, I do have entropy builders and consumers, but I wouldn't say that I'm building around them. Oh, the reason why that's wrong is because you were set to the wrong specialization, because I was on a pilot ship. Most ships only have a max of 4 temp slots, so I imagine it's tough to build for no matter what. Yeah, because in the case where you only have the one seat with temporal, it's very unlikely that all 4 seats are going to go to the temporal abilities. I will say the possibilities open up a lot more on a ship like the Vern, I think, because the Vern is a dual temporal, and the Premonition, is that one dual temporal as well? Yeah, the Premonition as well. That's another one of the dual temporal ships where kind of balancing having the entry builders and consumers, I feel like, can play up a lot more into the build. But on something like this, like I already know that I want to have emergency power to weapons 3, for example. That's already one of my slots gone, unless I push that over here to the universal seat, which I'm not necessarily like discounting. That is certainly something I could do. I haven't decided yet. I still haven't chosen the last 2 traits here. My bad. Overpowered and overgunned. That's not a horrible choice. Preferential targeting. I was a fan of that trait for a long time. I'm still a fan of it. I can do tear and goodbye. That's never a bad choice. That's also in a Muds bundle now. Hang on. Trade off of this thing, maybe. Temporal or Miracle Worker abilities grant Captain ability recharge and flight speed to allies. Honestly, trying to think of how I would use that. Attack pattern alpha, obviously. Another reduction to cooldown for like evasive maneuvers would never be bad to me. Oh, I'll find something to put in its place for now, but I might come back to that trait. I've already got super weapon ingenuity on. I need something else. Oh! I'm a silly Billy. Where's Ship of the Line? One of my favorites. Do something like magnified firepower. We don't need Omega Kinetic Shear. Controlled countermeasures isn't horrible. Auxiliary power configuration also isn't a bad plan. Kind of want to try auxiliary power configuration. All right, now we're over into bridge officer seats. So I know I want to do emergency power to weapons 3. The question is, how am I going to implement that? This Miracle Worker seat is going to be tricky. Do you not have null pointer flood? I feel like you should have null pointer flood. Okay, well, we can fix that. Miracle Worker Space. Null Pointer Flood 2. I am currently in instance number 8. So I definitely know I want to do recursive shearing here. The question is what I want to do temporal ability wise. And what I'm going to do with that seed. This one is locked attack. So this is kind of a simple one. No. You'll be beta and you'll be torpedo spread. You're fine as a tractor beam. Now the question becomes, do I want science here or do I want to push the engineer here? I kind of think I might end up pushing the engineer here. And hear me out for a minute. There's reasoning behind this. If I push this here, it means I can fit on 2 emergency power abilities. And maybe a whole heal? I don't know. I haven't seen how survivable this thing is yet. But it also frees up this last temporal space. Something like timeline collapse. I might try that. What do you think? I think that could work. I think that could work. I'm also very much not keeping the name Gordon. The question, what should I name this thing? I'll be honest, I did not have names chosen for a lot of these. Ooh, I know. So, since the NX classes all had the names of space shuttles, what if I named this thing for, like, satellites, maybe? I already have a James Webb, but I like where your head's at. I could name this thing. What about Magellan? I know there's already a Magellan, but it's something that wouldn't have been introduced until way later. Magellan could work. Oh, I have an I there. It's 2 L's. Magellan. There we go. Alrighty. We've got a build. Number 2. Alrighty. This ship looks so freaking cool. Let's get a ship build set up. I'm also going to stop by the Fleet Starbase because I want the purple shuttle pods. Necessary? No. Do I want it? Yes. Alrighty. Alpha and beta and this thing and this thing. We'll of course need our beam overload. Trusty beam overload. Our emergency power abilities. The ads have been survived! Welcome back, everybody. We're putting the finishing touches on this build here. Alrighty. The build is set. Let's go and pick up our purple shuttle pods. We'll be back here in one moment. To the starbase! Also, you guys now see why I started this stream early. I wanted to make sure I had enough time to build out all of these ships and wouldn't be up until like midnight doing it. Fleet Starbase. I've done this run so many times. Alright. Hangars. Elite Enterprise Shuttle Pod. And equip. So, the elite versions of these pets. They'll have the special torpedo, the wide arc phase dual heavy cannons, directed energy modulation 3, and overwhelming emitters 3. A thought has occurred to me that I now want to make a change to the build. A minor change, but I think it'll be worth it. Unfortunately, means we have to give up beta. So I'm sorry. Well, we do have cannons on the back, so I guess I won't be completely losing this. And we'll be making up for what I'm about to do. Superior area denial, you're going on. That might be a slightly better plan. Alright, take me back to Seoul. Alright. We're probably going to put the thing back on. Oh no, we're fine. Alright. Cannon scatter volley. You need to be on here now. Right there. Boom and boom. Alright, we've got a ship. I think Wanted should be off of cooldown again, so we're gonna queue up for that. And we'll give this thing a nice little test ride while we get it leveled. I was going to go ahead and turn up my volume here. I realized I had turned down for something I was doing a few days ago. There we go. You. And we'll try just giving you a bunch of power. We'll see how that goes for us. Oh, this is on normal. How did it get set back to normal? That's
Looks
weird.
like our fight got them to notice us.
Oh well.
Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
Let's do this.
Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them.
It doesn't
and
seem
whittle
particularly
down their
fair.
numbers.
We will
To the
not
K's
go
on.
quietly.
You will stand down and surrender to the Benthen Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with bolt holes, temporary hideouts.
We do what we want, where we want.
Picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
I'm taking you with me.
That's got them. Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification party to take the suspect into custody.
Really should be picking up all of these materials. I need to
The Kazon
salvage.
have
I definitely need the salvage. I've been burning through it at rapid pace lately. I saw your torpedoes firing.
Thank you for your assist. We have
Gotcha. And there's the ship leveled up. And we'll go ahead and queue for an ISC to get this ship, battle tested. Alright, we are doing a public queue of Infected the Conduit on Elite for anyone who would like to join. And we are queued. Talk. Wow, that is super wrong. No! My specializations are wrong! They were still set to my tanking ones! Darn it!
The situation is grim.
I didn't get it changed
All
in time.
attempts to hail the starbase have failed.
Well, that's super unfortunate. Oh well. Why can't I launch my hangar pets?
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional data is available.
You will be assimilated.
we go.
The nanite probes can repair the transporters. Stop them.
Your shuttle pilots are scared of the Borg. I mean, that's fair. That seems like a pretty reasonable reaction.
A probe is closing in on a transporter. Destroy it.
Ow.
You will become one with the Borg.
I am surprised that I did not explode.
Hull integrity below 75%.
But I definitely did not explode! Alrighty. Another run. 712k from this one. Honestly, I'm not upset about that, given that I'm on the wrong spec. And this is a big overload build running spatial torpedoes. What was my big maximum hit from? Oh, recursive shearing for the win. I like this ship. It's exciting. All right. That is two, count them, two ships built out here. We are going to go ahead and change our specializations now. There we go. Alrighty. So, we've got two more ships to build out here. Gotcha, Looney. So, we've now done the NV. The NV. So, we have two choices left. And it is up to you. What ship are we building next between the NP and the Surrock? What is coming next? Right now, it's a dead heat between the two. Science or tactical? Oh, looks like the NP is pulling ahead. Will that be the winner? Ooh, unique experimental weapon. Superheated mass drive. That sounds like fun. This one I think we're going to do a CSV build on. Phaser damage. I'm definitely using this console. That will not be a question on this. I will at least try out this new experimental weapon. Alrighty. So, the NP has one out. That will be our next ship being built out here on the stream. First things first, let's get this experimental weapon upgraded, because, you know, we won't use it if it's not gold. It is now gold. Alright, so, we're going to do phaser CSV on this thing. The question is, what flavor of phasers are we going with? Because, boy, do we have some options. We could go pulse. I feel like pulse might not be the worst idea ever. They are very, very fun, to be fair. There's some awesome experimental weapons in the game. I think I might go pulse here. Welcome back, welcome back. The question is now, do I go full cannons or do I keep a torpedo on it? You know, I don't see torpedo launchers on this thing. I don't see any torpedo launchers. So I guess we're going full torpedoes. Or I guess that means we're going full cannons. Actually, let's go Terran Task Force dual heavies. The NV, I think, had some on the belly. That's fair, Ramona. That is completely fair. But I mean, there are ones like the Einstein that fit perfectly with the ship that it comes on. No, you bring up a great point. I could go with the wide arc phase cannons here. There they are. That would not be a bad choice here. I need more experimental, or not experimental. I need more device slots. I can't believe I'm saying that. Feels like a very weird thing for me to say. Not to actually be at a stream, by the way. Thanks, International Time Zone. Starting streaming, it's like 3 a.m. for me. Well, I'm glad I could be live when you are awake. I wanted to do an earlier stream. For one, because I feel like I always stream in the evenings. But also, I wanted plenty of time to get to talk about each one of these ships and kind of go through the build and show my logic or lack thereof when building some of these things out. But great to have you in chat. Alright, 3 console slots left. Agony Redistributor for 1. Balloon. What else do we got? We don't need phase space membrane. We already have that on. We need Vovin. 1 more console. Oh, we could do You Are Dismissed. Boom. What to name the NP? This is another tough one. So, this one definitely is much more of like a patrol kind of vessel. You know what? I'm going to name this after one of the types of Coast Guard cutters. We kind of talked about that. I think it came up on the interview with Thomas. But having a... This is kind of like the equivalent of a cutter as far as fleet composition. So maybe I will name this the Sentinel. After the Sentinel class. Alrighty. And we're going to do a CSV build. Oh, yay, we can fit on our Miracle Worker things. The new Uncon Miracle Worker things. Good. Very good. This is a CSV build, so we need cannons. We don't have any torps, so we don't need any of that. Which makes this moderately easier. Oh, wait, you are already a tactical. Oh, well, that actually makes this kind of easier. In that case, this can be potentially something else. You're already locked to engineering. So, I guess we could throw on a whole heal. Perhaps. You can be tractor beam. Actually, you should probably be emergency powered engines. You can stay as... Well, we'll make you engineering team. And then you can be like a science of some kind. You can flesh out the rest of our science necessities. Fit like a grav well on there. Scramble sensors and jam targeting sensors. That one's pretty easy. You come off. And you come off. You come off. You go on. You come off. Temporal tunneling, I fear, won't be as helpful on this ship. Ship of the line is still very good to go, though. They don't really need Vanguard shield shaping. The run of our enemies can go back on. Terran Goodbye can probably go back on. One more trait. One more trait. Another trait, another destiny. Oh, we could do cultural conquest. And you need to come off for superior cannon training. Boom, boom, and boom. Alrighty. I guess now we will tackle duty officers. Duty officers for miracle workers, what we need. Maybe not ones for exotics, though. I don't think the exotics are going to be super helpful. That's temp. Miracle worker armor pen. You can go here. Command, not super helpful here. Temp. Intel. Miracle worker crit chance, yes. And now we will get our beam officers. Or energy weapon officers. I haven't even started to think about that Vulcan ship. I think it'll be some kind of science. I just haven't decided to what end the science will be. And duty officers are done. Starship, consider yourself built. Let's beam up and put our bar together. This ship looks so cool in my opinion. I love this little delta design. I may get crap for this, but I think this is the coolest looking ship. I don't know what it is. I just think it's awesome, you know? I wish I could explain it. I really do. It's just, it's got it. I don't know what it is, but it's got it. Alpha, beta, pets, boom, boom, boom. CSV, Gravitic. I'm a shuttle fanboy. How am I a shuttle fanboy? What did I do? I think this console is cool. Does that make me a shuttle fanboy? Certainly not. I'm a fighter fanboy. And I think fighters are cool, and carriers are cool. I think carriers are very cool. Oh! I mean, I am, you know, an aerospace engineer, so I suppose that tracks pretty well. Boom! Alright. Looney, would you like to come back? It's patrol time. Oh, hi, Ronnie. Very nice NX you got there. Gotcha, gotcha. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. In that case, prepare for battle. Oh, wanted's on cooldown. We will wait 3 minutes. I want to do wanted. This thing's still moving pretty good without all of my power into my engines, which is good. I wanted to max up my aux power or fleet power network array on this thing. Two minutes remaining. So, all of you guys who have picked up the bundle, what do you think of it so far? How are you feeling about these new ships?
Those guys had a long road getting from there to here.
It's been a long road getting from there to here. It's been a long time. Bum. My time is finally here. I want the cooldown to be up. I want to do my wanted run. I must fight. And we still have one more ship to build from this bundle. Oh my lord. So getting your head around everything and ADHDing all over the place. The ships are very pretty. Just done a demo record of the Talus, which is your least favorite aesthetically. And even then got so many banger screenshots. Nice, nice. I am excited to do a video on the Talus. I'm personally a really, really, really big fan of that ship. I think it looks super cool. I can't wait to name mine the Apelian. Jamal players will understand. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Time to launch. The new NX skin. It is very, very, very cool. Named your Sonak the VSS Normandy VS03. Love it. I'm about to find out how agile it can be.
Target shields have failed. Four shields failed.
Alrighty.
You have entered an area controlled by the Bentham Guard. Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding.
Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers.
We will not go quietly.
I've got escorts!
Target's shields have failed.
You will stand down and surrender to the Bentham Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitations in some of the asteroids, possibly consistent with bolt holes, temporary hideouts.
Target's shields have failed. Rear shields
We do what we want, where we want.
Sure you do.
Picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
Target's shields have
I'm taking you with me.
Bring it on!
That's got them. Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification
Easy
party.
win.
Take the suspect into custody.
Which one did I build already? Oh yeah, I did build the NV already. Also, hi Pundus!
Thank you for your the case. We have this.
We've had people voting on which order I built these things out in. The NV was right before this one. The Andorian one was first, and then we did the NV, and then the NP. But I need to finish building out the ships, Pundus! And then I also need to update the wheels! I will do an IC and then consider spinning the wheel. How are you still on cooldown? 2 minutes. How does that map make any sense? Pundus, you sent me an updated version of the Funnies wheel, right? I vaguely remember you sending me an updated one at some point. It's somewhere here. Wheel. Yeah, it was on the 12th. Cool. Cool. You totally did. I'm not crazy. Wheels probably cannot help me build. Haha, I am saved by the advertisement. Oh no, the ad ended. Oh no. What do you mean the ad ended? Hi, Ronnie. But yeah, we did get to do an interview with the ship art team. Thomas was there, Pundus was there, and Scorp was there. It was a lot of fun. We yapped about starships for an hour. It was a ton of fun. And I want to thank them again for coming out for that interview. It's IC time. Alright, we're doing a public queue for Infected the Conduit on Elite. Anyone who'd like to join, you know what button to click. The button has been clicked. Thank me with a wheel. I'll roll, spin the wheel after the CFO. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba. Well, queue up. I am queued. I'm surprised that it hasn't popped yet. Pop, lock, and load. Let's do this thing.
The situation is grim.
The situation is grim. Alrighty. We are good to go. Bring it on! We ready. We ready. We ready.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite transformer.
Oh!
Done. Additional data is available.
Target shields have failed.
Good. Biscuits and gravy.
The nanite probes can repair the transformer.
What happened? Everything died.
Core shields failing.
You will lower your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Target shields have failed.
Shields! 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 Pull! Pull!
It's closing in on a
Pull!
Destroy it.
DPRM!
Core shields failing. Lens shield failing.
Ah!
All integrity below 75%. Core shields failing.
Take this!
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
Sensors can
Ah! That was fun. Remember years back to your original account, the NX was a somewhat standard chip, but now if you play, it's harder to get. I mean, now there's several tier 6 variants of it. We have the low BT6 one and the legendary tier 6 one. Did I start a combat log for that? I could have sworn I did. Apparently I didn't. Oh no. I didn't start a combat log for that. Oh no! Did anyone do a combat log for that? Did you run one, Looney? Oh. No! I mean, I still feel like that went pretty well. Alright, let's warp out. No! I apparently forgot, which is my bad. Now we're going to spin the wheel so that Pundas can be happy. Let me get it pulled up here. Alright, Pundas, are you ready? I hope you're in chat, because if I do this and you're not watching, I'm gonna be so sad. Alrighty. Let's see what we got. Put a battery on it. Alright. So like just run a battery? I was already doing that. Cool. Alright, so I will put another. What if I don't have space for another battery? You never have anything to fear. Alright, I'll do engines and auxiliary. Yeah. Alright, I guess we'll do a hive onslaught. Doing a hive onslaught on elite. Q if you're feeling brave. I hope it pops. Ronnie, just queue for it publicly. I'm queued publicly. Just do hive onslaught on elite. If you convert in your TFO window, you should potentially end up in the same one as me. Pop, lock, and load. I need more energy amplifiers. There we go. Here we go. Have I thought about an enterprise themed dashboard? What do you mean? Only just started to get back in the game. Well, if you ever need any help left mech, feel free to reach out either here on stream or in my Discord. But always happy to help.
Warning. Ship is under
Did you think you had destroyed me?
target shields have failed. Left shield failing. Core shield failing. Rear shield failing. Right shield failing. Hull integrity.
Oh, wow. That hurt.
Rear shield failing. Right shield failing. Left shield failing. Core shield failing. Target shields have failed. Hull integrity below 50%.
I can't believe I'm still alive.
Core shield failing. Rear shield failing. Right shield failing. Left shield failing. Hull integrity below 75%. Target shields have failed.
And boom.
You will become one with the Borg.
Core shields failing. Target shields have failed.
Your efforts are futile.
Give me those
Destroy
shields.
this vessel, and I will claim another.
I am eternal! This is not the end.
Ow. Well, apart from the part where I exploded because aceton field, I think I might have been slightly too close to that last ship. I think that went pretty well. Also, I think my combat log is officially overloaded. Actually, not officially. It was probably overloaded a long time ago. I haven't emptied it out in a long time. I'm gonna go ahead and move the whole thing somewhere else. Back it up and start a new clean combat log. We all explode a little. So true. Alright. I'm going to back up this combat log real quick. And then we'll go from there. Boom, boom, and boom. Hello, my fellow NX airships. So, I do believe we've got one more ship to build out here. I think it's about time we get it out. And I think this is perfect timing for Pundus being here, because I think Pundus already knows exactly what I plan on doing with this thing. Pundus, you know what I have to name the ship. I just got thrown into a wall. Well, I have to build out the Vulcan ship. First things first. Let's get rid of all of this. What does this console do again? Swift delivery, hull capacity, shield hardness, speed boost. Interesting. So, I already know how I'm going to make this thing look, but, oh, the none option isn't available here. First off, get this thing upgraded here. Next thing, I need to find out what the ship registry for this thing is actually supposed to be like. What's the Sonax registry number? 93355. Okay, I can do that. Wait a minute. I already have a USS Aphelion. Oh, yeah! I totally do. Well, temporarily, you're getting changed to Aphelion A until I can come up with another funny name for you. I think the Federation version of this thing is so cool. I really, really like this design. Alrighty. So, we've got a ship to build out. I think we're going to go all in on the color blue. So we're going to do Maelstroms and we're going to do advanced phasers. I do love me some advanced phasers. Go for the Pavin Omni back here. Sensor linked Omni. And what the heck? We'll do kinetic code. We're going science on this. This is off of control abilities. Probably do that. because we'll have plenty of uncons on anyway. I don't imagine that we're going to use experimental weapon too much. I figure I'll like to stay in science mode most of the time. So that'll probably be the move. Question is, what kind of science things do we want? Fundus, what kind of sciencing do I want to do here? The Talus's registry is 93355. Oh, wait, sorry. That's not the Talus, is it? That's the Sonak. Yeah, that's the Sonak. The Talus is 90954. "90954" is a reference? 90954. It does not immediately, like, kick something off in my head. "90954." I got nothing. There's nothing in my mana. It's not a Dramal reference, and I'm definitely not getting it. Tracer payloads? I think tracer payloads would be good on here. We've already got DPRM. We could run experimental power redirection for the funsies of it. I don't know what I want to do with this ship, because I don't do a whole lot of science. Spin more wheels to uncover the meaning of 90954. You know, somehow I feel like spinning the wheel is not in fact going to help me guess 90954. That's just an assumption. It will make me more susceptible to tell. That is so unfair! I have to suffer to find out the mystery? That's so mean! I don't want to spin the wheel. It's gonna make my ship explode. But it went so well last time. Yeah, I mean, you win sometimes in roulette, and then you start losing. A lot. And then you end up outside in a spacesuit on DS9. And you wonder where it all went wrong. No. You should spin at a wheel. I have to finish building the ship first. I don't know what my last trait should be. Oh. Wait. Cultural conquest, always here to come in clutch. It has saved me once again. Intel. That's so wonderful. Do 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 do. We won't. Well, I do like surgical strikes. We won't be using it, but I do like it. We are keeping OSS on. We are going to do these two. You're going to be Firewheel 3. You're going to be Beta. You can be Chemus. You can be Torp Spread. Do you not recall Vulcan ships using plasma weapons? I don't think they use plasma weapons. I thought they just used phasers. At least in STO they used phasers. Scramble sensors. Jam targeting sensor. Wherever you are. Emergency power to... Actually, we'll do you. And then emergency powered weapons. And then emergency power to engines. Boom, 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 man, boom. This is intel. We can use our intel officers. Oh boy. I do have fancy intel officers. I do. Where is it 32 of 47? Yeah, you're one of them. 27 of 47 is the other one, right? Yes. 27 of 47. The expensive one. Alright, Pundit. Now I will spin the wheel because basically everything is done. So next up on the wheel. Ah! Why? Why can't I have nice things? This wheel is rigged. It wants me to suffer. Why? I'm in so much pain. I do want to know the secret of 90954, please. There has to be some payoff from this. This sucks so much. My duty officers. Oh, it's Jeffrey Combs' birthday. And that's why it's on the towels. Oh, that's so cool. September 9th, 1954. My beautiful duty officers. Wait, did you say that the Vulcans used plasma weapons in the 22nd century? Does Memory Alpha say that? I wish I'd known that earlier. I would have put plasmas on it. There are other registry references. There's more! I'm supposed to suffer more? Others who may. Oh, God. I must know the secrets. Wait, why are you that? You shouldn't be that. You should be that. There we go. That's better. I will learn the secrets. I swear. If it's the last thing I'll do, I will learn the secrets. Alright. Ship's built. The final ship. Stands duty officers. Wait. Team settings. Set to elite. Cool. Wanted. Here we go. Alrighty. Let's see how this goes. Open fire!
Looks like our fight got them to notice us. Let's go over and ask if their boss might come out of hiding. Keep concentrating fire on individual ships. Separate them and whittle down their numbers.
We will not go quietly.
You will stand down and surrender to the Bentham Guard. Sensors are picking up small habitation in some of the asteroid, possibly consistent with
Oh, I'm liking this thing.
temporary hideouts.
I am liking this thing a lot.
We do what we want, where we want.
It's all about the lack of
Except for
duty
tight beam
officers.
transmission on a new
Oh
frequency.
god.
We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
I'm taking you with me.
Give me your shields.
That's got them. Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification party, take the suspect into custody.
Boom. I think that went rather well.
Thank you for your assistance. We have the suspect.
Alright, work me out of here. I think we're gonna do an IAC after we put on our duty officers. And we'll see what we can make happen here. Duty officers on deck. Energy weapons officer. We need you. We need you. And we'll take you. And then we'll get our con officer on here. Oh, look. It's another one. Love it. Here, Ronnie, sending you an invite. We're going to queue for a public infected the conduit on Elite. So anyone who would like to run this, we are going to be doing infected the conduit on Elite. We're going to see what this thing can do. Launching. We are queued. So anyone that would like to run, queue up. I must know the secrets of the registry numbers. Pop, 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 pop. One of them you didn't choose and you were told it was a reference. I have no idea how the reference works. Hey, Pundus, I have a question that I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to. But the freighter that was shown in the bundle trailer, the Fortunate, who named that ship, Pundus? And what was the inspiration behind that name? There are a few costumes with several names with varying references. Yeah, but I was just curious about, you know, the one called Aphelion. That seems like a very interesting one. Also, hi, Bird! It will be wonderful. I am so surprised that Infected has not popped yet. Come on. Q for Infected the Conduit Elite. Yes! Let's go! Also, Pundus, I like having Federation wingmen. We're one step closer to having the complete package of an Odyssey flight deck carrier that can spawn in a huge amount of pets. One step closer.
The situation is grim. All attack.
Situation is grim. The combat log is started. We are ready to fight. The Aphelion will win. The Aphelion always wins. Ooh, it's a Drexler.
Warning. Ship is under attack.
Scanning the nanite trench. Got it. Additional data is available.
Core shield failing.
Oh, that assimilator survived. Not anymore.
The nanite probes can repair the transformers. Stop them.
Hey, where's my Vobin console? I didn't put Vobin on. Whoopsies. Also, thank you for the follow, bird.
A probe is closing in on a transformer. Destroy it.
Huh, I really didn't put Vobin on. My bad.
One is the Borg.
Give me your shields. Boom. All right. All right. That is 800K from the new ship. And a 2 million maximum hit from the Maelstroms. They were cooking. Alrighty. We have now built out the 4 new ships in the anniversary bundle. I'm once again glad I decided to start earlier than normal. So, this is where we are going to call the stream for tonight. But, not to worry, we will be live again on Thursday to talk even more about the bundle, talk about some of the extras, do a full review, and, of course, Pundis, show off the Drexler and the Adaleth. Be sure to check in on the YouTube. I plan on uploading videos over the next few weeks covering all of the ships in the bundle. I want to thank everybody for coming out and joining tonight. I know it was a little bit from our different from our normal stream time, but I wanted plenty of time to do ship builds on all 4 of the new ships so that you could see them in action. And now I get to start demo recording, and I am super excited to do that. So, like I said, be sure to check out YouTube to see when those videos go live. But for now, go and check out the YouTube right now because we have the interview with the ship art team, Thomas, Pundis, and Scorp talking about all of the stuff in the bundle. The link to that is in chat, as well as the first of many visual overviews that will be coming over the next few weeks on the Sirach class. How can you hate Pundis? He worked on Star Trek Picard and ex-Astros. But alrighty, we will be live again on Thursday to cover more stuff about the bundle. I want to thank everybody. I am so sorry, Cups. We'll be live again on Thursday at our normal time to talk more about the bundle. And make sure to check us out over on the Discord. The link to that is in chat, discord.gg/Endeavor Studios, and you can find that link and many more at our main website, www.endeavorgaming.com. Oh boy, this bundle is so awesome. I will see everybody soon. As always, you have been live with Endeavor Gaming, and remember to keep calm and game on.